Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Premier. Premier, budget does nothing to slow the ballooning deficit of this province. As Drummond predicted, we are heading for a $30 billion deficit. Your budget does nothing to create jobs. As Jack Mintz points out, the freeze on corporate tax rates will actually cost us 30,000 jobs. And what's worse, your budget threatens to jeopardize resource sectors which are so vital to Ontario's future. Threatening increases in mining taxes and adding mining to the water-taking permit process sends all the wrong signals to industry. Premier, just how much more do you plan to squeeze out of the mining sector to fuel your spending addiction?
Premier.
Speaker to the Minister of Finance.
Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I'm proud that Ontario has the lowest royalties and mining taxes in Canada, Mr. Speaker. And that is simply a fact, like so many others, that the official opposition chooses to ignore. But let's just take a look at what some other people have said about our budgets. We strongly support their efforts to eliminate the deficit. That's Janet Ecker, the president of the Toronto Financial Services Alliance. There's a former Ontario finance minister who actually knows what she's talking about, unlike certain others who can't seem to keep themselves under control, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we welcome the support of the Ontario Chamber of Commerce,
Answer.
Canadian Federation of Independent Business, and a variety of others who I'll quote from, Mr. Speaker. And I'm proud that Ontario is...
Thank you. Supplementary.
Again, Mr. Speaker, to the Premier, last week we had more evidence of how you manage the resource sector. You actually paid a business $3.5 million to go away because you've shirked your responsibility to consult. Terrible. You've closed half of the north to exploration. You won't take the lead on your obligation to consult with First Nations. You won't move ahead on the Ring of Fire, the richest resource find in recent history. And you're about to stick it to industry again, just like you did when you added the diamond tax. So my question to the Premier, why would any mining company even think about coming to Ontario when Quebec has put out the welcome mat with their Plan Nord?
Thank you. Minister of Finance.
Minister of Northern Development and Mines.
Minister of Northern Development and Mines.
There's a simple answer to that question, because it's the best jurisdiction in the world to invest in. That's why we have $1 billion worth of exploration taking place in the province of Ontario. That's why we have more mining companies. I believe last year there were 249 companies investing in exploration here, more than any other province in the country. That's why jurisdictions all over the world see Ontario as the premier place to invest in. And that's why the president of the Ontario Mining Association said he was very, very satisfied with the budget that was presented last year.
Thank you. The member from Hamilton.